limerence patterns are self-worth initiations. And when you look at limerence in this way, you can allow yourself to use it to grow rather than continually being stuck in these patterns of limerence. When you are limerent with someone, what it is your soul and your mind and your body trying to help you reclaim your worth and the parts of you that you have previously abandoned or denied. A lot of times projection is intertwined with limerence, and we're going to go all into that today. So I used to be the type of girl where I was either targeted by abusive men or I was limerent with guys who didn't give a crap about me. And this was all relating to my self-worth. And I had this moment where I had been limerent with someone for a couple weeks, and through the analyzing of that pattern, I learned a whole lot about myself. And it was actually quite amazing how this person who didn't even, just by him being his presence in my life, was helping me work through things and heal things within myself. And we weren't even talking to each other, really. We weren't even friends. So that's really beautiful how like the universe can like bring someone into your life to help you, and they don't even know that they're helping you, but really it's you helping you. But regardless, what it is your soul trying to show you where your self-worth is lacking. When I worked through this limerence pattern, I used to struggle a lot with feeling ugly, feeling like my appearance was off and bad, and like feeling shame about myself and my appearance. And after I worked through this limerence pattern with this one specific person, all of a sudden I could see myself with clear eyes. I could see my face with clear eyes. I could see my God, I could see, it was amazing. Like for the first time in my life, I didn't think I was ugly. And maybe you're like, how would this girl think she's ugly? That's how people probably feel about you if you still think you're ugly. Is like a lot of people think they're ugly, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with how you look necessarily, but with your self-worth. And I remember when here's how I did it. I was meditating in the mountains. I took a spontaneous trip to the mountains, and I think spontaneity is a great way to create change in your life in general. But I took the spontaneous trip to the mountains, and I was meditating. It was really like unserious meditation. And all throughout this meditation, I'm thinking about these limerent thoughts I'm having about this dude. Like I can't stop thinking about him. I can't stop dreaming about him. We're not even close. And I all of a sudden I feel guided to. There's chaos going around me right now. All of a sudden I feel guided to bring light down into my solar plexus. So I do that through the medulla. This is a great technique that I learned from, I think it's a Kundalini technique. Your medulla it's like where your spine meets the top of the base of your skull, and this is like where source energy flows through. It's also the seat of the third eye. So through the medulla, you bring light down to the solar plexus. I did this, and then I'm meditating, and I call upon the wisdom of my soul. I say, to help me with this limerent pattern that I could not get out of my mind. And all of a sudden I had these like deep realizations that like I didn't even like this dude that I was limerent about. What is even going on here? and then all of a sudden I get into my car and I look in the mirror, and it's like all the distortions of how I viewed myself were gone. Like I saw my face for like the beautiful face that it actually is. And for the first time in my life, and I was like in love with myself. I was like, oh my God, I look beautiful. What's going on? Like all the imperfections I used to see, I just didn't see them anymore. And it was incredible. And this was like huge because I spent a long time being bullied, being called ugly in school. One of my abusive exes, he called me ugly ritually for years and years and years. And so it was amazing to be able to like see myself clearly for the first time. And afterwards, looking back on my journaling notes from that limerent time, I realized I had wrote this list of like everything I loved about this guy. And looking back on that list of everything that I thought I was loving about that guy, it had nothing to do with him. It was me. That all the traits that I listed about him that I loved were me. Those were my traits. And I had been projecting all of me onto him. I had been seeing all of the beautiful parts of me on him. when it had nothing to do with him. And that's really what limerence is this is how it helps you reclaim the parts of you that are you. If you're limerent, take a look at what you're loving about this person, and it might just be you. And through reflection, you come to resolve it. Like, you could be stuck in limerent patterns for your whole life if you don't do any reflection or any work needed to resolve it. And so shortly after this, a couple months later, I became limerent again. And I was like, I already upgraded my self-work. What the hell is happening? And again, it was like I was seeing, it was like when someone was like mirroring parts of me that I keep so deep down and suppressed that I don't see in myself, like the good traits of me that like I abandoned when I was younger. And that like created this like attachment, right? And it's this like rejection and these wounds that are, and this like loneliness wound that is triggered in you because you're lonely within yourself. You're this part of you that you have rejected, that you don't see. These beautiful parts of you that you learned were wrong or bad or were unsafe to express or be or see. They are so deeply lonely inside of you, and they're looking for you to, it's like almost like the limerence is like, it's kind of like they're being activated so that you can like come back to them and be like, hey, like, this is me. This is a part of me. This is me. And same thing, as I worked through that limerence pattern, it was a struggle, obviously. Limerence is not fun. It was a struggle. But I upgraded my self-worth, not in relation to appearance, but in relation to who I am and the more like deeper aspects of myself. And so I struggled with limerence for like 20 years. Yeah, like not 20, like 15 years. It used to happen to me a lot in school where I just couldn't stop thinking about my crushes and all these things. And I think that this is kind of normalized for teenagers as well. Like limerence is normalized with like crushes. But really it's showing you like you want something and you don't think you're worth it. But the reality is you want what you are. You are what you're wanting. It's like you want you. You don't actually want them. You want what they have that is also you, that you've rejected. And that's what a limerence pattern is. And so it's also like deeply related to childhood. I think that the guys that I've been limerent with have been related to my parental figures. And this is the thing that happens in childhood when we have a traumatic childhood, is that we let go of in order to survive, we pretend that our good traits are our parents. So we like create this like there's like this everyone's heard of negative projection. Like some people project their negative traits. To survive, you learned how to project your positive traits onto others. So in this like survival mechanism that you created in your family with your parents of only seeing the good in you and your parents and kind of taking on the bad in them that they convinced was you project that onto men in your life or women in your life, where you see your good traits, you project it onto them and you love them. It's the same dynamic. You project yourself onto your parents and you love them. And you kind of have to realize that like what you're seeing is an illusion that you created to survive neglect, abuse, whatever it was in them and in your parents. It's this illusion that you have to get rid of. And this is how you see yourself clearly, your self-worth clearly, who you are clearly. It's like limerence is you're not seeing clearly. The universe is trying to show you how to see clearer, what you need to see clearer. And then you're able to see not only yourself clearly, but others clearly when you work through these limerence patterns. So how do we work through them? So if you're limerent, you are probably like beating yourself up about being limerent a little bit. Like it's like you want to stop talking to them and you're probably like being mean to yourself. So a good thing that you can do, that I did to work through my limerence patterns in this journal here, is I wrote a letter to my inner child. So this was like hand in hand. So actually, when you are experiencing a limerence pattern, if you look into the patterns and you do some self-reflection while you're like thinking about this, some traumatic memories should come up. So whenever you're doing journaling or self-reflection, whatever memories are coming up for you in the moment, like just throughout your life in this season, like when you reflect, what traumatic memories are coming to the surface? Like what memories are coming to the surface? look deeply into those memories because they're probably directly related to your limerence pattern. So look at this stuff, this trauma that's coming up, and ask, how is this related to this person? And try and find, how is this related to this person? How are the dynamics I experienced in this memory similar to the dynamics in this memory? Like for me, I realized that like, I had this betrayal where in my early childhood years where I was kind of like, I was betrayed by a friend. It was like I thought I had safety and there was betrayal. And it kind of created these fears in me that like people could like you and they never actually liked you, or people could like you and they could betray you. So then it's almost like I felt like I didn't deserve to be liked, or feeling like I didn't deserve friends, that I wasn't worthy of connection. So it's like I'm limerent about people that don't want to be my friend, or maybe they would want to be my friend, but I'm like pushing them away, that type of thing. And so this is like, this traumatic childhood memory was directly related to the limerence I was experiencing with this person. And so I looked into that. After I kind of like went into that inner child memory, I then wrote a love letter to my inner child. So I was like, where I kind of like reassured my inner child and all these things. And so this is how you use like this, it's like this pattern can be used to heal your past. That's kind of what it's trying to show you. And so you, like for me, I've guided myself, so you can like, I would say like follow your own instincts, follow your own guidance on this. But once you understand this, like it's trying to like show you where you can upgrade your self-worth, where you can reclaim the parts of you that you have suppressed. So I made this little flower thing for the Lunar New Year. It's got all my wishes on it, so it's cute. This is like a candle, and so yeah, I really love it. But thank you for watching. This is Abigail Ellington on limerence patterns, and I will see you in the next video.